I need a man who can handle my flirtiness, she laughed, so I stopped caring who she texted. Now she's begging me to take her back after her side piece leaked their messages. Hey, viewers. Before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I should have known something was off when Lena started taking her phone into the bathroom. At first, it was just quick replies, a smirk here, a giggle there. Then it became full-blown conversations, her thumbs flying over the screen while I sat across from her at dinner, ignored. One night, after she'd been texting for a solid hour instead of watching the movie we'd picked, I finally said something. You've been texting him all night. It's getting obvious. She didn't even look up. Ugh, you're so insecure. Insecure. I laughed, but it came out hollow. No, I'm just not stupid. You're glued to your phone every time he messages. That got her attention. She rolled her eyes, tilting her head like I was some clueless kid. I need a man who can handle my flirtiness. It's harmless. Harmless. I gestured at her phone, still lit up with notifications. You're ignoring me for him. She exhaled dramatically, like I was exhausting her. Maybe if you were more fun, I wouldn't need outside attention. Then she smirked and went right back to typing. That was the moment I checked out. A week later, she came home late, smelling like vodka and some guy's cologne. I was still awake, not because I was waiting up, but because I'd been packing my things in silence. You said you were with Sarah, I said, not even looking up from my book. She kicked off her heels, wobbling slightly. So? I ran into Jake. We had drinks. Don't act like my dad. You lied. My voice was flat. She huffed, tossing her purse onto the couch. Because you're controlling. If you can't handle me, maybe you shouldn't be with me. I didn't argue. I just nodded and went back to reading. The next day, while she was at work, I moved out. No note. No fight. Just silence. I left behind the hoodie she always stole, the coffee mug with her lipstick stains, and every argument we'd ever had. And when she finally texted me that night, "Are you seriously ghosting me right now?" I didn't reply. I just blocked her and kept walking. For the first week, I didn't hear a word from Lena. Not that I expected to. She was probably too busy enjoying her newfound freedom. But around day 10, my phone buzzed with a notification from a mutual friend. Dude, you should see Lena's Instagram right now. I hadn't blocked her there yet, so I tapped her profile. Her latest post was a mirror selfie, pouty lips and all, with the caption, "When they can't handle your energy, let them leave." Victory hand, I snorted. Classic. I almost closed the app, but then I noticed the comments. Wait, did something happen with Jake? LOL, Wisey and Derek's story with Stacy? Curiosity got the better of me. I clicked through to Derek's profile. There was Jake, arm slung around some girl who wasn't Lena, grinning like an idiot at a rooftop bar. I didn't feel vindicated, just tired. Then came the texts. First, a casual, "Hey." At 1:37 a.m. I ignored it. Next morning, "Can we talk? It's important." I deleted it. By day 3, the tone shifted. "Mark, I know you're seeing these. Stop being childish." I blocked her number. But karma wasn't done with her yet. A week later, my buddy Ryan sent me a screenshot without context. It was a group chat I'd been removed from Lena's inner circle. At the top, some girl named Tiffany had dropped a nuke. "Since y'all want to act clueless, here's Jake talking about Lena to his actual girlfriend." Below it were screenshots. So many screenshots. "Lena, you ignore me at work now? After everything?" "Jake, relax, it's just fun." "You knew the deal." "Lena, you told me you were single." "Jake, and you told me your boyfriend was too sensitive." Guess we both lied. The coup de grace? Jake's girlfriend had added her own commentary. "Thanks for entertaining him while I was out of town. He gets bored easy." I didn't forward it. Didn't screenshot it. Just closed my phone and went to the gym. But that night, my doorbell rang. Lena stood there, mascara smudged, holding a bottle of wine like a peace offering. "I messed up," she whispered. I waited. "He was just playing me. You were always real." I studied her, the trembling lip, the desperation in her eyes, and said the only thing left to say. "And you called that harmless." Then I closed the door. The first sign that Lena was unraveling came at 2:47 a.m. on a Tuesday. My phone lit up with a call from an unknown number. When I answered, all I heard was muffled sobs and the clink of glassware. Then her voice, slurred and furious. You just left?" Like I was nothing. I hung up, but she wasn't done. The knocking started at 3:15 a.m. Hard, frantic punches against my apartment door that made my dog growl. I opened it to find Lena swaying in the hallway, one strap of her dress dangling off her shoulder, her phone clutched in a death grip. The sharp tang of vodka hit me before she did. "We need to talk," she demanded, pushing past me into my apartment. I didn't stop her. Just watched as she took in the space, the new furniture, the framed photos from my hiking trip, the spare wine glass on the counter that wasn't for her. "Nice place," she spat. "Must be easy to move on when you never cared." I stayed silent. She whirled around, eyes wild. "Say something." "You told me to leave," I said calmly. "So I did." Her face twisted. "You were supposed to chase me. That's what people do when they love someone." The irony almost made me laugh. I remembered 6 months ago, when I'd asked if we could talk about her constant texting with Jake. She'd rolled her eyes and said, "God, why are you so clingy?" Now here she was, drunk on my doorstep at 3 a.m., demanding emotional labor. The text came next morning, 12:07 p.m. "Lena, I'm sorry about last night." 12:08 p.m. "Lena, I just miss us." 12:09 p.m. "Lena, Jake was a mistake. You were right about him." I didn't respond. By 3 p.m., the tone shifted. 3:22 p.m. "Lena, so you're really just going to ignore me?" 3:45 p.m. "Lena, fine. Enjoy dying alone." My fingers hovered over the keyboard. Then I typed, "Already tried that. Turns out I'm great company." I blocked her before she could reply. The final act played out at Sarah's wedding. Lena showed up alone, wearing a too-tight dress and a smile that didn't reach her eyes. I came with Rachel, the woman who'd sat next to me at a coffee shop 2 months ago and mocked my taste in terrible mystery novels. We were laughing about something stupid when I felt eyes on me. Lena stood frozen by the bar, her drink halfway to her lips. Rachel noticed. "You know her?" "Used to," I said, and turned back to our conversation. Later, as we danced, I caught a glimpse of Lena arguing with the bartender, her voice rising over the music. I said a double. "Can you not fucking hear me?" The best part? I didn't feel satisfaction. Just relief that none of that was my problem anymore. Funny how the nobody she warned would love me turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.